Oh, hello. This is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Teriyaki chicken is probably one of the most popular stir-fry dish, and many people likes it. But it has different versions. However, in my mind, teriyaki chicken is not the most healthiest dish. It is because teriyaki chicken contains lots of salt as well as sugar. I like teriyaki chicken very much myself. However, I'm always concerned about its nutritional quality. So recently I created a version to go with broccoli and 4 other different vegetables. This way I can enjoy what I eat and still feel good about it. Okay, let's enter the kitchen together and see what we could do. I'm going to cook this dish in 2 different sessions. The first session, I'm going to cook the vegetables. I'm first going to start out with the carrot, which takes the longest time to cook. I already have the carrot prep in advance, so it's very easy for me to do. Next, I'm going to add some Brussels sprouts. Again, I have them prepped and they're all cut up. All I need to do is to get them out of the refrigerator. The first ingredients I'm going to use is some French green beans. I consider them to be the supporting cast. They are not the main star of the show, so I do not add a lot of them to this dish. However, this will give me the diversity of the vegetables that I need to have. The main star of this dish, of course, is the broccoli. I use about 10 ounces of broccoli for this dish. Since all the ingredients are prepped in advance, I gather all of them from the refrigerator in about 5 minutes and I'm ready to cook. As you can see here, the bottom of the wok is almost dry. The broccoli is hungry for oil, so I add a little bit more oil to prevent the ingredients from being burned. I'm well aware of the high caloric value of cooking oil. I try to use as little as possible. You probably noticed that the vegetables are slightly charred on the surface, but that's okay. It adds flavor. Okay, next I'm going to add some water to steam the vegetables. A stir fry provides a flavor for the ingredients due to the hot oil. However, steaming will soften the texture of the vegetables. I try not to add too much water all at once because I do not want the vegetable to become too soft and mushy. Basically, this technique is used to stir fry as the first step to create flavor molecules on the surface of the vegetable and then use water to steam the vegetable. At this point, the vegetable is almost cooked. I'm going to season the vegetable. First, I'm start out with some oyster sauce. And then I followed it with some hoisin sauce. This seasoning approach is probably the one that I use most often. And my wife and I really enjoy this approach, and then I would taste test along the way and make changes accordingly. After I did a quick taste test, I decided that I'm going to add a little bit more oyster sauce. And then I follow this with the addition of some of my basic seasoning mix to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. If you'd like to know about the components in this seasoning mix, you can take a look at this video. I usually do my seasoning in the general ballpark, and I use my taste testing to guide me to make adjustments accordingly. I have some basic seasoning strategies, and I use them interchangeably for different dishes. Another dish is almost done. At quick stir, I'm going to transfer them to a serving plate. This dish might look complicated with multiple ingredients, but in fact it is very simple. It follows a basic template for stir-frying vegetables. Once you understand and master these basic templates, you can make many modifications depending on the type of vegetable that you want to cook. So when you combine stir-frying with advanced prepping, you can put a dish on the table in very short amount of time. Therefore, prepping in advance is really the driving force of this cooking system. So I set this dish aside, and now I'm ready to cook the chicken. I start out by sauteed 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. This is a slightly different way for me to cook the chicken. The reason I use garlic this time because I did not have time to coat the chicken with cornstarch, and this way the chicken will take on a garlic flavor. For cooking this chicken dish, I'm using 1 pound of chicken. I'm going to use 6 ounces of chicken for this dish, and I'm going to use the remaining of the chicken for my son's meal prep, which I'm set it up for his lunch. The minced garlic attached to the surface of the chicken, and it causes slight charring and gives the chicken a grill-like flavor. I prep the chicken in such a way so that they can be thawed out from the freezer in less than 10 minutes. You can take a look at this video, see how I prep the chicken. And now the chicken is done, I'm going to add a little bit of water to create a light sauce. The water will also help me to dissolve the garlic that might have stuck to the bottom of the wok. This provides great flavor to the chicken. At the same time, it's going to create a light sauce as well. And next, I'm going to create a teriyaki sauce for the chicken. The foundation of the teriyaki sauce is first oyster sauce, and then it is followed by hoisin sauce. This is followed by using 2 different soy sauce. I'm going to use the light soy sauce to provide saltiness to the dish, and I'm going to use a dark soy sauce to give coloration to the dish. I use a set of squeeze bottles to keep my sauces, so I can dispense them very easily. I usually start out with 1 tablespoon of the sauces, and then I make adjustment accordingly after I do some taste testing. This approach tends to be more flexible and allow you to make adjustment on the fly. Another important component of the teriyaki sauce is sugar. This creates the characteristic flavor of teriyaki sauce, salty, savory, and sweet at the same time. After doing a quick taste test, I decided I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce to make it saltier. And next, I'm going to sprinkle some cornstarch directly over the surface of the food. At this point, I turn down the heat, make sure that it's not too hot, because otherwise the cornstarch might form clumps. You can take a look at this video to learn more about how to use cornstarch to make a sauce. I would like the sauce to be thicker, so I add more cornstarch. It is better to add a little bit at a time because you can always add more. If the sauce is too thick, you can always add some water to dilute it. Right now, the sauce looks just right. My son loves teriyaki chicken, so I'm going to transfer 6 ounces onto the vegetables, and I'm going to leave the rest for him. There is a lot of variability to the teriyaki sauce. Different individuals will like it differently. Some like it more saltier, but some like it sweeter. So here is where flavor chasing come in. You will experiment with different amounts of seasoning agents to create the sauce that you like. So this video will be just give you a general ideas. Next, I found some scallion in the refrigerator, and I put some on top of the chicken to garnish it. Next, let's take a look at the nutritional value as well as the calorie content of this dish. And not surprisingly, most of the content come from the chicken breast. For 6 ounces, it's 354 calories. 8 ounces of rice contribute to 222 calories. And with 5 different kinds of vegetables, the total calorie contribution is 193 calories. Not bad at all. The canola oil always catch my attention, and here is 3 tablespoons for 120 calories. And we have approximately 2 tablespoons of sugar for 96 calories. The total calorie content of this dish is 1156 calories. When it divided between 2 of us, we each consume 578 calories. So we decided where we could cut calories. The first thing come to mind is the chicken. We can reduce the chicken by 50% from 6 ounces to 3 ounces. The next logical place is to reduce the amount of rice, again from 6 ounces to 3 ounces. Finally, I can drop the sugar from 2 to 1 tablespoon and slightly adjusting the flavor. This will lead to the reduction of of calorie for this meal from 1156 to 820 calorie, with each of the individual saving of 168 calories. So my approach to my teriyaki chicken dish is very simple. I'm going to use the chicken as a condiment rather than as the main ingredient. So in this dish, I'm going to make the vegetable to be the main star of the dish. I really think the chicken plays a very nice complementary role. I think this is the beauty of home cooking because you can make all kinds of adjustments. So when I cook this dish, I really go through the process of flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, which represent my fast cooking system. Not only I can adjust the nutritional value of the dish, I can also manage the calorie contents. Once you have the fast cooking system set up, you will find that making those adjustments is very easy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.